Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Glad for you to join us today. Happy Thursday. Thank yourself for coming today. I'd like to thank you for joining Ryan and I today. Like I said, just come down into your child's pose. Your knees are going to come to the edge of your mat. Toes are going to meet in the back, big toes together. Just sitting on your glute, sitting on your heels, and slowly just fold forward. Arms reaching out in front of you, and just relax your forehead on the mat. And take a moment to make an intention for today's class. You know, we like to start with an intention, dedicating our practice to either ourselves, loved ones, friends, the world, our environment, whatever you're feeling this morning. Take a moment just to roll the forehead on the mat, left and right. Waking up. And when you're here, just start to recognize the breath. As the air comes in through the nostrils, down the back of the throat, filling up the lungs, the belly may fill up. Feel that air coming to the back of the body, just expanding and slowly just coming out, coming up the throat, out the back of the throat, out through the nostrils. Just recognizing that breath. In yoga, I mentioned before, we call that breath our prana, our life force. So right now we're going to move into a pranayama, which is containing and controlling that breath. Slowly take a nice inhale, fill up the lungs, let the body expand. Hold the breath for about 3 seconds. And we're going to let that all come out of our mouth, making a nice sound. Take another big inhale through the nose, back of the throat, filling up the cavity of the body. The whole torso fills up with air, and let it out the mouth. One more, we'll fill up through the nose, fill in the body, hold it for the count of 3, 2, 1. Exhale it all out through the mouth. This time we're going to keep the mouth closed as we take in that inhale for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Hold it for 3, 2, and 1, and exhale 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And hold it. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, deep breath, filling up the cavities of the body. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. And exhale through the nose, making that nice sound in the back of the throat, that wave sound. 2, 1, and hold. And start to practice this on your own. You build up that connection with your breath, the body, your attention. Slowly, we'll start to walk the hands back as we come into sitting on our heels. With our knees still out in that child's pose position. We bring our left foot right inside the right knee, with our right leg going out as it was in child's pose. And we'll take our right hand on our right shin, we'll take the left hand up, we'll just drape it over the top of the head, touching the right ear. Take an inhale and allow the head just to fall to the side. Let the left ear just fall, the left ear just fall to the left shoulder, feeling that long stretch Down the side, from the right ear all the way down to the fingers, holding tightly on that shin. A nice stretch in the neck. You can slowly drop the chin down to the chest, stretching the back of the neck. And take it up with a slight little turn upwards, stretching the front of the neck. Just work that space there. A lot of us are just waking up, and our neck's just resting on the pillow or on the bed. So just waking up the neck. Remember the breath, filling up the body. Letting that air go to all the points in the body. Listen to the story of the body today. We'll tell you where it needs it. We'll slowly let that go, allowing the head to come neutral. We'll swing the right foot in front. We'll take the left leg around the side. Let the sole of the right foot press against the inside of the left thigh. We'll wrap that left hand on the left shin this time, taking the right hand up, slowly draping on the left ear, and allowing the right ear just to fall to the right shoulder. And stretching out the neck. Like we did on the other side, we'll allow the chin just to fall to the chest. Remembering the breath. Slight gaze upwards. Wonderful. Come back to our neutral position. We'll bring our other foot around in front of us. Actually, we'll put the right foot in front of the left in our cross leg position. And we'll just warm the spine up. We'll work our way down. We started in the neck, now we're going to work into the spine. We'll take a deep inhale as our gaze comes up, chin lifts, chest comes forward. And as we exhale, we'll allow the spine just to fall backwards like a string is pulling us down. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, allow ourselves just to fall back. Hold it. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, just let the body just fall back, holding onto the knees with the hands. On the spine, just a curve. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, allow the spine just to fall back. Allow the shoulders to stretch out. Inhale, lift. And exhale, let it fall back. We'll come seated up in our neutral position. Again, neutral position is just tight stomach, not flexing the muscles of the belly, but just flat belly, sitting up tall. We'll take an inhale. We'll slowly walk the hands out in front of us as our exhale. Allowing our fingers to pull us forward as they creep along, stretching out the lower back. And then we'll allow our hands to walk to the right side, left hand over the right hand comes underneath until we get our chest over the knee. And then allow the body just to fall over the right leg. If you want to add a little twist into that, you'll take the right hand by the right hip and allow the left hand to creep a little further, filling the intercostals on the left side, stretching. Create a little twist by putting some pressure into the right hand. And we'll slowly walk it back to the center, extend it out, and we'll slowly walk the hands back, placing our hands by the sides of our hips. We'll rock back, take the feet up, and we'll cross the left leg in front of the right. Just balancing out the body. Take an inhale, and allow those fingers to let you fold forward, creeping along. And we'll walk it over to the left, right hand over the left hand comes underneath, until we get our chest over the right leg. And again, what you do on the right side, we'll do on the left, just maintaining that balance. Take the left hand by the left hip, right hand extends a little further, create a little twist, a little deeper, taking those right ribs underneath. And we'll slowly walk it back to center. coming up into our neutral position. We'll allow our knees to come to the mat and we'll slowly creep into our table pose. Our table pose, we have our wrists under the elbows, elbows directly under the shoulders, stacking the bones on top of each other, keeping the muscles soft, pliable. The weight's gonna come down the body, go and extend out through the fingers, fingertips press firmly into the floor, knees underneath the hips, feet, top of the feet pressing into the mat. Let's wake the feet up a little by just tapping them on our mat today. Let's wake those toes up. Take some intuitive movements. I myself like to rotate on my wrist a little bit. I like to push the left ribs out to one side, the right ribs out to the other. Maybe dip it and rotate all that together. Whatever you're feeling right now, just to get the body moving a bit. Take a peek over your right shoulder, maybe look at your right foot, take it to the other side. Just moving the spine around.
This is called Happy Dog.
Wagging your tail if you may. Begin to slow that down. And what we're gonna do when we go into we're gonna go into a cow pose. Allow that belly just to drop and stretch, feeling the abdominal muscle stretch. The tail lifts, the shoulder blades are gonna slide down the spine. The last thing to come up is the head, chin parallel to the floor. And then on our exhale, we're gonna curl the spine, taking our gaze in between the knees, pressing firmly into our hands, into our knees and our shins and feet. And then we'll allow the belly just to drop as we inhale, tail up, shoulders slide down, deep inhale as we lift the head. And then exhale it all out through the nose, taking our gaze between the knees again, pressing firmly. Imagine a string just pulling you up to the ceiling, stretching the spine, dropping the belly, we inhale. Shoulder blades roll down the spine, gaze comes up. And exhale through the nose. One more inhale as we drop the belly, tail up. And to our cat pose, we'll allow the body just to press into the mat as the spine lifts high. Then we'll come into our neutral pose. Belly flat, nice long extension from the tail to the top of the head. We'll take that right hand up. Take a gaze up at the thumb. On our exhale, we'll allow that hand to thread underneath the underneath the left. Twist in the body. You know, take an inhale, take it back up. And exhale, thread through. Inhale up. And exhale, thread through. Allow that right hand to be placed back on the mat, underneath the shoulder. And we'll take the left hand up on the inhale. Exhale, thread it through. Nice twist. Inhale, lift. And exhale it through. Inhale, we'll lift. And exhale through. And we'll bring the left hand back to the mat. We're going to extend that right leg behind us on top of our toes. And as we we're going to just begin to rock our shoulders in front of our fingers as the body comes forward, and then we'll just allow the body just to slide back, pressing into those toes, into the heel, stretching out the back of the leg. Just do that rocking motion, just waking up the calves, waking up those toes, the bottom of the feet, arches. As you push back, if you got a little strength, you can push back until the knee lifts on the left leg, keeping the foot touched to the mat. And lower it down, rock it forward, and press it back one more time. And from here, as the left knee's on the floor, we're going to do a supported side angle. So watch as we do this. So Ryan's right foot is going to pivot, bringing the foot flat on the floor sideways, allowing the weight to go to the outside of the right foot. And he'll slowly bring this right arm up to the sky. If you need a little want extra support, we have a little kickstand here. We'll kick the left foot behind us just to add a little support and allow that stretch just to come down the side of the body. I'll show you from my angle. Little kickstand. Kick this leg out like that so you can have support with the hips and you can keep flat back as you reach the hand up. Allow that hand just to fall over the right ear and allow those right ribs to lift as you press into the left hand. Creating a nice little arc here as you see the stretch comes down the side of his body. We'll allow that hand just to drop down in front of him as he rolls it around. Back up, roll it around on your exhale. Inhale to lift it, and exhale to drop back around us. And then take that swing motion and let the right hand meet the mat. Folding over, bringing the right knee to meet the left, back into your table position. We'll extend the left foot behind us and we'll do that same action. We'll just allowing the shoulders to rock forward over the fingertips, pressing back into the heel, allowing that arc to stretch on the bottom of your foot, stretching the calf. Put a little extra weight in there and just press back. Lift the knee up, allowing the toes of the right foot to stay connected with the mat. Nice deep stretch in that calf muscle. Thursdays is our stretch day. All right, coming down with the right knee on the mat. Again, allow that left heel to pivot so it's in line with the right knee. If you need, put your kickstand out. And we'll take that right hand up, extending high, left hand, gazing up at the left thumb. And then slowly allow that left hand to just drape over the left ear. Nice arc in the body there. A nice stretch in the intercostals of the left ribs, coming down to the outside of the left foot. Take a nice inhale, stretch it out. And on the exhale, allow that arm just to fall down in the swivel motion. And the inhale will bring it up. Exhale, let it fall. Inhale it up. Exhale, let it fall. Let it meet the mat. Coming beside the right hand and back into our table pose. From here, we'll walk the hands of palm print in front of us. Bringing our chest and chin to the mat, elbows tight, tail still lifted. And then slowly on the inhale, allow the belly just to come to the mat. We're going to stretch out the shoulders a bit. We're going to take the palm of the right hand and allow it to point. We're going to put the palm of the hand right on top of the left butt cheek, allow the fingertips to point downward, elbows coming up high, and slowly use this left hand to roll to that side of the body. Allow that elbow to connect with the mat, feeling that stretch in the pec. You can kick the leg back like Ryan to get a little extra weight. If you want to bring the knee and the sole of the left foot behind the right leg, give yourself some added support. And in this position, you work through the body. You know what your body needs today. Feel that stretch in the chest, shoulder, neck maybe. You may feel a little stretch in the groin on the left leg as it opens up. And then slowly we'll roll it back down to the mat, onto our belly. And like we always do to maintain our balance, we'll do the opposite side the same way. We'll take our left hand on the top of the butt cheek, knee of the palm, rest right on the top of the sacrum, fingertips pointing down, and slowly press into that right hand, rolling onto the left side of your body. Opening up the chest, using the legs to create a little extra weight, to get a little deeper stretch. Allow that head just to fall natural. Don't do any stretch, no strain on the neck. Just allow it to fall. So you open up the ribs, open up the chest. We'll roll back over, coming on our bellies. Allow our elbows to come directly under our shoulders. Come into our Sphinx pose. Palms flat on the mat. Like we did in our cat and cow, the cow pose, the shoulder blades slide down the spine. So your neck is not, your ears aren't up by your ears, you allow them to fall down. And on our inhale, we take that sliding motion on our forearms, pulling our heart through the shoulders, creating a stretch in the lower back. Take a nice inhale, toes pressing firmly into the mat, internal rotation of the thighs, and exhale, relax. Inhale, bring it all together again, sliding of the forearms, toes pressing into the mat, heart comes through, shoulder blades down the spine, and we'll relax it down. And then we'll come into the low cobra pose. The palms will come right beside the ribs, elbows pointing up high. In the same action, we're going to use the lower back. By pressing our feet into the mat, we're going to use the lower back to lift the body. Keeping our hands there for support. As we inhale, we lift, and exhale, relax. Pressing again, inhale, we lift, dragging the heart forward, and exhale, we relax. Last one, inhale, lift high, bring the palms slightly off the mat just to be honest with the lower back. Exhale, lower down. Slowly extend the arms out in front of you. Reaching out high. I'm going to do some more lower back stretching and warming up. We're going to inhale. We're going to do the same action we did with the low cobra, but we're going to come, our arms are going to come into a goal, like a field goal pose here. So we're going to inhale, lift, arms come back, press into the feet. Exhale, extend. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, we'll extend. Inhale, lift. And exhale, extend. You bring the hands back to the side of the ribs. Actually, we're going to come back into your cobra pose. The elbows underneath the shoulders, palms pressing into the mat. I'm going to warm up those abs a little bit. So curl the toes under the feet. Then we can come into the low plank on our forearms. I didn't forget about our bellies. I know you guys are happy I brought them back in there. So we're going to hold that. And slowly let the heels of the feet fall to the right, creating a twist. And we'll bring it back up to neutral. Allow the heels to fall to the left. And back up to neutral. To the right. Center. Left. Keep that butt low. Right. And center. Last one on the left. Coming back to the center. Lower down. You're welcome.
Now it felt good.
We'll bring the hands to the side of the ribs. And we'll press up. Slowly sliding back. Stretching out the lower back. Keep the knees in line with the feet. Knees are inside tight. Slowly stretch out the lower back a bit. And from here, we'll curl our toes underneath us. Belly's on the thighs already. And we'll come into our downward dog. Pressing into the feet as the tail lifts. And we'll slowly begin to pedal the feet out. Allow the heels to come down, allow the weight to fall into the heels. Just pedal the legs out, stretching the back of the hamstrings. Stretching out the sacrum. Everybody with me, take a deep inhale. Exhale it out the mouth. One more deep inhale, shake the head left and right, yes or no. All right, I'm gonna take a deep inhale. We're gonna lift our right leg up. Allow the heel, the leg is gonna be parallel to the floor. Heel pressing back. And just a little pulse. Take some pulses with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower that foot back down to meet the left. Then we'll take the left foot up. Parallel to the mat. Heel pressing back, stretching out the calf. And 5, 4, pulse with me. 3, 2, and 1. Foot comes back down to the mat to meet the right. We'll take our right foot up, and then we'll come up on the left toes a bit, taking our right foot a little higher, and slowly allow that left heel to come down, keeping that height in the right leg, and a deep stretch in the back of the hamstring. Then lower that right leg down. We'll do the balance. Lift the left leg as high as you can, toes pointed down, legs straight, hips straight. Rise up on the right toes, lift the leg a little higher on the left, and slowly bring the right heel down to meet the mat. Nice. Bring the left foot to meet the right. Then we'll take that right foot up. We'll bring that right knee to the nose, stretching out the spine. Then we'll kick it back. Right knee to the nose, arching the spine, and we'll kick it back. This time we'll bring that knee to the nose, and then we'll allow that foot to come to the mat as best as you can between the fingers, between the hands, hands framing the right foot. Left knee comes to the mat. We'll walk those hands up onto our knee and just create a stretch in that left hip flexor. Feeling that action of the left shin is sliding forward, creating a nice stretch on the left side of the leg, front of the left leg. Take that left arm up, stretching up the body from the left fingers to the toes. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, we'll lean it over to the right side. Inhale, we'll come straight up. And exhale, lean it on over. Inhale, lift. Exhale and lean. Coming back to our neutral spine. Allow that right hand to come left hand to come beside the right foot. And we'll take our right hand up to the sky. The same motion we had earlier when we're lifting up high. Gaze comes up to the right hand, right thumb. That knee is hugging into the side. So keeping that knee tight inside the body, not falling out. Great. Take a nice inhale. And bring the right hand down to frame the right foot. We'll come on the toes of the left foot, and we'll slowly slide that right foot back to meet the left. Coming back to our downward dog. We'll lift up the left foot. And exhale, we'll bring the knee to the nose, creating that arc in the spine. Inhale, kick it back out. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, we'll push. And exhale, we'll step it through. Now the hands to frame the foot. Right knee comes to the mat. Walking your hands onto the left knee, pressing our body up, feeling that stretch in the right hip flexor. We'll extend that right hand to the sky as we feel that dragging motion in the right shin. Create a nice stretch. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, allow it to fall to the left. Inhale, we'll lift. Exhale, we'll fall over the left side. Nice long stretch in the body. Inhale, we'll lift. And exhale, fall over. Coming up high, reaching high in the right hand. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, allow the right hand to come to the mat next to the left foot. Inhale, lift up the left. Opening the chest wide. If you can just allow that hand just to fall back. Creating a nice stretch across the chest. And again, with our toes, I see pressing those toes firmly into the floor, keeping that leg extended straight behind us. Nice inhale. And exhale, take it down. Curling the toes under the right foot, stepping the left foot back to meet the right. We'll come down to our knees into our child's pose. Just to relax for a second. Allow our head to come to our mat. And throughout your class, this is your practice. Anytime you need a second, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, come down to this position. Come back to your breath. Come back to your intention. Take your gaze between your thumbs. We'll do that sliding forward on our chest, that sneaky up dog. Sliding forward. Coming into our little cobra. Pressing our glutes towards our heels, toes curl under. Pressing into our palms, lifting our tail. back into our downward dog. And on an inhale, we'll lift the right. And on our exhale, we'll step it through. Bring that left knee to the floor. Left foot is flat, top of the foot is flat with the mat. We'll take it up, pressing into that right leg. Left hand is gonna reach up high. Then on your exhale, you're gonna take the outside of the left elbow and cross over the body, pressing into the outside of the right thigh. Create a nice twist. And from here, once you have that twist, if you like, you can take your hands into like a little prayer pose, allowing the palms to come together. And using that right hand, press it into the palm of the left, creating a little deeper stretch for yourself. Wonderful. Nice job, brother. Nice deep twist this morning. And exhale, we'll take the gaze back to the floor, framing the foot. Stepping the right foot back, taking the toes under the left, coming back into your downward dog. Take that left foot up. Inhale. Exhale, step it through. Bringing the right knee to meet the mat. Walk the hands on top of the left leg. Left hand is on the leg as the right arm goes up. Long stretch from the fingertips to the knee. Exhale, bring the right elbow to the outside of the left leg. And again, from here, bring those hands into a prayer pose. You can put the fist into one, whatever you're comfortable with. And use that left arm just to twist the body a little deeper. Keeping yourself honest. Keep that left knee pulled in towards the rib. Nice deep twist. Take the gaze back down to the floor. Hands hit the mat, framing the foot. Right toes curl under. Left foot steps back. Wonderful. Right leg goes up. Exhale, step it through. Knee comes to the mat. Walk the hands back up to the knee. Left hand reaches high. Exhale, we'll take the twist again. If you feel it in your practice as you press into that right hand to the left, some of you may be comfortable enough to curl the toes under the left leg and taking that left knee off the mat. This is a little balance. Just go what you feel comfortable with. No one is watching you. You don't have to do anything that you feel that you're not ready for today. Lower the left knee down if you have it up. Take the hands back to the mat, framing the foot. Curl the toes under. Left leg comes back to our downward dog. Inhale, lift the left. Exhale, step it through. Right knee to the mat. Hands walk up to the left. Right hand extends high to the sky, extending from the fingertips to the knee. Exhale, elbow comes to the outside of the left leg again. Nice deep twist. If you lift it up on the other side, take the toes under the right leg. Lift that knee off the floor slowly. Allowing the weight to go at the back of the heel. Press that heel back. And then you'll find your balance. Heel pressing back, elbow pressing into the thigh. You'll find that balance. Good balance. Just like a belly dancer on a surfboard. What does that mean? Think about it. Think about it. Dropping the knee to the mat. I actually heard that on a soccer match.
All right.
I'm gonna go with sport. Stepping back into your downward dog.
You had to work that in there.
I had to work it in this morning. I promised a few people that would be worked in.
There you go.
Nice inhale.
Hope they were here.
Exhale, slowly walk those toes to the front of your mat, folding over. We'll come into our nice ragdoll pose. Taking the hands to the opposite elbow, allow the body just to hang heavy. Belly comes to the thighs, bend the knees as much as you need to have a nice fold forward. And we'll slowly let the hands fall, body's heavy. And we'll think about the lumbar spine right above your hips. And begin to curl the spine as the body slowly lifts, pressing into the feet, using those quads, using the abs. Body slowly rises. Shoulder blades drop down the spine, head comes up last. Today, since I was talking about a belly dancer on the surfboard, we're gonna try a little balance. Just relax for a second, shake your body out, jump around if you need to. We're standing up now. Came off the floor. I'm gonna try something new today with you guys. It's gonna be kind of like the same actions we were doing on the floor, the same positions. I'm gonna slowly bring the ground the feet into the mat. And focus on that left leg standing strong from the hip all the way to the sole, pressing firmly into that left foot. We're gonna slowly bring the right leg up. We're gonna wrap our fingers up. See, there's that balance. Fingers are gonna come around the shin. And just hold the knee up. When you're in the balance pose on one leg, try to think about pressing the hamstring of the standing leg back towards the wall behind you, creating a strong leg. Now from here, holding that shin, if you'd like to do a little twist, you take the left hand, the outside of the right knee. That's how it's supposed to go. So right hand to the outside of the knee, and you can slowly take that right hand behind you, just like we were doing on the mat earlier. And take the gaze over to the right. If you fall, we just start back over. No points lost. Come to the breath.
I need a crutch.
You got this. And slowly come back to the front if you weren't there. And just relax, allow that right foot to come to the mat. How'd that feel? All feel like belly dancers on surfboards?
Not even close.
All right, I'm gonna do the right side. And then really strong connection, rooting into the ground on the right. Right leg is strong. And on an inhale, we'll bring that left leg up, wrapping the fingertips around the shin. Standing tall, shoulders back, head up high. Long extension from the back of the right heel all the way up to the right shoulder, straight. Pressing that right hamstring back. Take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Extend that left hand behind you. Taking a slight little twist. Flex that leg strong on the base. That's your root. Root yourself. Awesome. Come to the breath. Shit. It's okay to fall. Just get back. We're gonna wait for Ryan to get back into position, and then we'll let it go. Come back to the front. Left foot comes to the mat. Shake it all out. Think about balance pose. You don't really think when you come to that one leg and you're not really hydrated, your muscles really let you know. Good morning. Good morning. All right, we'll slow it down. We'll take a nice. We'll have our feet together. Actually, from here we're gonna step to the side of our mat. Spread the legs wide. Allow your hands to come out parallel to the mat. Take a nice inhale as you gaze up. Fingertips come to the hips. Another inhale, gaze up. And exhale, we'll just fold on over the legs. Just folding over. Hands come to the mat. Bring the hands in between the legs, right between the feet. Allow the body just to hang over. And like we were earlier on the mat, when I said that internal rotation of the thighs, as you fold over, feel that internal rotation, spreading the legs open, feeling a nice stretch down the back of the hamstrings, down the calves to the heels. Allow the weight just to be heavy. We'll take our hands back up to our hips. And then the inhale will rise up again, just bringing the shoulders over the hips. We'll interlace the hands behind the back, pressing in a nice tight fist with the clenching our fists together and pressing the knuckles down towards the floor as the chest lifts high, head falls back. Inhale, exhale, we'll just fold on over again. Legs strong. Energy's going out the side of the legs to the outside of the feet. Hands are coming forward. Just hanging naturally. Allow those shoulders to open up. And from here, slowly let the hands just fall down to the sides, grabbing the outside of your feet. Just pulling yourself in there. Allowing the body just to be heavy. Head is really heavy right now. Pulling the torso down. Internal rotation of the thighs, hamstrings stretched. We'll bring our hands underneath our shoulders. We'll begin to bend the right knee, left leg straight as the body comes over to the side. And we'll bend the left leg, I'm sorry, wrong side earlier. Going over to the left side, using the hands to support us. We'll rock it over to the right side. Back over to the left. Over to the right. Over to the left. Glutes come low. And as we come to the right side this time, we're allowing the glutes to drop behind the right heel as we pivot the left foot up. Toes come up. So you're just on the left heel here. You can take this hand behind you if you need to. This hand comes in here. Just a nice low squat there. Stay flat on that right foot, stretching out that inner muscle. Then we'll slowly bring it back up. Left foot connects with the mat. We'll drop that weight over to the left side. Lifting the heel, rolling the heel on the right foot, toes come up. And we'll come back over to the right. Again, just rocking it back and forth. If you're comfortable with your balance, you can bring the hands off the floor and just rock it back, keeping those hips low. Crouching tiger pose here today. A little ninja pose. Awesome. Awesome, right, there you go.
My hands were messing me up.
All right, as you come over to the right for the last time, we'll allow the butt to connect with the floor. We'll bring our right foot inside. I'll show you from this angle here. Right foot comes inside, left foot's out there. Hips, shoulders come over the hips, and we'll slowly walk the hands out. Nice little fold. Keep the toes on the left foot flexed, coming back towards you. We just want to fold directly over the hips, stretching out the lower back. We'll slowly walk the hands back. Kicking the right leg out, bring the left heel inside the right thigh. Again, we'll situate the body so the shoulders are right in line with the hips. Leg is extended out, and we'll walk the hands forward, folding over. From here, we'll bring both feet together, our cobbler's pose. Soles of the feet come together. Allow the knees to fall. Again, like I said, before we end this position, don't think about the knees coming to the mat. Just think about the outside of the hips and thighs coming to meet the mat as we stretch those legs out. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, breathe out through the nose. Coming back to your breath. From here, we'll keep this right leg bent as we pull the right leg slightly under, with the left foot coming over the top. So you have that right leg in a cross leg position, and the left leg is up, and it's gonna come over with the left foot coming to the outside of the right knee, and just hug that left knee towards the chest. Give yourself a little love this morning, a little squeeze. Sitting up tall, with that stretch in the side of the left leg, so you want to pull the leg towards you, just hugging it tight. We'll slowly let that go and come back to our cobbler's pose. Bringing the heels close to the hips, the pelvis, extending high, holding those feet. Take a deep inhale, and exhale through the nose. This time we'll keep the left leg in the cross leg position, Pulling the foot towards the right hip, the right butt cheek. And allow the right foot to come over the left. Sole of the foot right outside the left knee. Sitting up tall, just hug that right leg in towards you. You don't want to fall over the right leg. You want to sit up tall and then pull the right leg towards you. Feel that nice stretch on the outside of the right leg. Come to your breath. So we'll allow our legs to extend out in front of us. We'll extend our hands up to the sky, high. Fingers interlocked, palms pointing up to the floor. And on the exhale, take a deep inhale, sorry. Exhale, we'll just fold on over the legs. Inhale, begin to raise the body up. Slight bend in the knees. And we're going to come to our favorite thing that brings us all together, bridges. Well, not bridges, I'm sorry. We're going to come to our boat pose.
Those can bring you together too.
Yeah, boats bring us together too.
If you're by water.
So our hands are going to be by our hips. We're going to bring our shins parallel to the mat. For those of us who don't feel comfortable with our hands off the mat, you can keep your hands there throughout the whole motion. So the rest of us are going to extend the arms to bring the hands to the side of the shins. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, allow the body to come down. Sacrum touches the mat, feet are lifted, shoulders are lifted. Lift. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, we lift. Exhale. 5 more. 3. Relax it all down. All right. My favorite, we'll bend the knees. We'll bring that right ankle on top of the right thigh, left thigh, just above the left knee. Right foot is flexed. Hands reach through, grab the back of the left hamstring. Begin to pull that left leg back towards you. Feeling that stretch in the hips, lower back. We're almost at the finish line. Put as much pressure as you feel is necessary for you this morning. Allow that left foot to meet the mat. Right foot is going to meet the mat as well. And then we're going to take the left ankle on top of the right thigh, just above the right knee. Flexing the left foot to protect the left knee. We'll reach through, grab the right hamstring, begin to pull that right leg back towards you. Stretching that left leg out. Being mindful to press the sacrum into the mat. Don't allow the butt to lift up when you pull back, because then you're just pulling the body up. You press the lower back into the mat as you pull forward, you feel that stretch a little deeper. Wonderful. Allow the right foot to meet the mat, left to come next to the right. And now we'll come to our bridge pose. Knees are up. Arms extended down the side of the body. You want to have those fingertips slightly touching the heels of the feet. Right where they just slight touch there. On this action, on our inhale, we're going to lift our hips as we press into the mat. Hips are going to rise. We're going to bring our arms underneath us in the interlocking motion. So follow with Ryan and I. On the inhale, we lift. Hips come high. Shoulder blades roll under the back. Fingers interlock behind the back as we did earlier. Lifting those hips up high, pressing the triceps into the mat. Feet pressed firmly. Knees are parallel with the thighs. That's one of the biggest things. You gotta keep those knees straight, good to go, pressing firm. Allow the arms to roll out on the exhale. Allow the spine and lower to the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. Feet in line with the hips, knees in line with the feet. Fingertips touching the heels. We inhale, lifting the hips, pressing into the shoulders and feet and arms, interlocking the hands behind you. Pressing those hips high. Mindful not to crunch into the neck. And we'll exhale, allow the arms to roll out, lowering ourselves vertebrae by vertebrae. Last one. Inhale, we lift. Triceps press, feet press, shoulders press, back of the head presses. And exhale, lower the spine to the mat. Take your feet to the edge of your mats. Allow your knees to fall into the inside and meet each other. Still got those knees bent. And we'll just windshield wiper. Allow the legs to fall to the right side. Back to the center. Fall to the left side. Back to the center. Over to the right. Center. And left. We'll come back with our knees up. We'll walk our feet to be in line with our hips. We're going to take a second just to pull the knees into the chest. Just remembering this whole action of us coming here today is just a little self-love. Give yourself a nice deep hug. Appreciating the self, appreciating all that is here for us today. Again, just to roll around left to right on the spine, nice little massage to the lower back if necessary. Take our hands beside our bodies, pressing our palms into the mat. We'll extend those legs high to the sky, flexing the toes down towards you. Feel that stretch in the back of the legs. And we'll slowly allow those legs just to fall to the mat. Keeping it in control. Slowly lower them down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. When your heels connect with the mat, allow the feet just to fall to the side. Arms roll out, palms to the sky. Body becomes really heavy. Take a deep inhale and roar it out the mouth. One more deep inhale, letting it all go, roar loud. Ah! Wonderful. That lion breath. And now just allow the bodies feel super heavy. No more control over anything. Just be an observer. Just observing the body. Feeling super heavy. Feeling like a ton of bricks. Super heavy. We took this moment to bring our mind and spirit and body all together. And as you lay here heavy, allow that spirit to just rise. Just imagine you're like, I don't know, I'm like Casper the Ghost when I was a kid. Like the ghost would just rise out of the body. As you rise out of the body, look back at that body. Turn around as you're floating up. Look down at the body and just tell yourself, wow, this is an amazing body. And this body does everything I need from me. I appreciate it so much. We're always worried about everything outside of us, and we forget to just appreciate what's within. As always in my class, we remind ourselves when we come to the mat, we come to let everything go. As we lay here in our dead pose, our relaxed pose, everything we brought to the mat from last night, this morning, it is all left here on the mat. We'll take a moment to roll into the right side of the body to a new beginning, a new birth, a new day. Knees come together as we roll on our sides, ankles come together. Right hand may come underneath the head for support. And slowly straighten out the left leg, using the left hand to support us as we come with our eyes closed into a seated position. Cross leg if you want to, whatever makes you feel comfortable right now. We'll just take a moment right from this position just to come back to that intention that we had at the beginning of our practice. Letting that intention stick with us throughout our day, throughout our weekend, or whenever you like to start a new intention. You may wake up in the morning in the bed with your eyes closed and decide you want to have an intention for that day. It doesn't take yoga, it doesn't take movements. It just takes the mind just to find something that it wants to put its intention to. And with your eyes closed, join me as I raise my hands to the sky with a deep inhale. Exhaling my hands to my front of my heart. Inhale your hands up to the third eye. I'd like to thank you, all the guys that have come before me, and all that will come after me. We join together in this practice of love and intention. Go in peace and in light. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you Sunday for a nice sweaty class. Hopefully, I can get Ryan's shirt off again.
Oh yeah, we're going shirt off on Sunday. It's gonna be flowing, and I think it's gonna be warm. So
Yeah.
that'll be nice. That'll help for sure.
Thank you, everybody. Like I
All
said
right.
before, love and light. To those that know me personally, I appreciate you. I love you. And I love all you guys, actually. We may have never met in face, but it will come someday.